jack of all trades, the Pope. John Paul Morosi joins us next. 97.1 The Ticket.
Hey, if you're dealing with old sports injuries, arthritis, or joint pain, if you've been told you need a new hip or a new knee, pay attention because I need to tell you about Straith Orthopedics. Dr. Brandt and Dr. Fleischman at Straith Orthopedics are Michigan's top hip and knee robotic joint replacement surgeons. Why would you want to use a robot? The surgeon can plan your entire procedure in advance. The incisions are more precise. It's less invasive, less chance of human error, less tissue, muscle, and ligaments removed. Therefore, you have a much quicker recovery time, like walking almost immediately after hip replacement. And robotic joint replacement comes at no additional cost to the patient because at Straith, they accept most insurances. And it gets even better. Straith is a specialty surgery hospital. So you're not there with COVID patients. You're not there with sick patients. You're not trying to find the orthopedic wing of a gigantic hospital. And if you have to spend the night, 9 out of 10 patients go home. But if you have to spend the night, you get your own private 5-star suite. If you're in pain, do not wait another day. Give Straith Orthopedics a call and mention my name, John Jansen, at 855-STRAIGHT. That's 855-STRAIGH, or online at straith.org. Straith Orthopedics is committed to you.
Attention, Michigan. Do you really want a new car? But credit's not so good. But you still owe money on your trade. But you still can't afford a large down payment. It's time to bring your butts to Lalandi Land Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram today.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. Did you know that in 2020, the average homeowner gained $20,000 in home equity? You can start on home improvement projects or pay off lingering debt with the increasing equity in your home. Hall Financial's one-of-a-kind process allows the majority of our loans to close in 10 business days or less. Take advantage of historically low mortgage interest rates and go to davidhallmortgage.com.
Hall Financial, NMLS ID 1467435, Equal Housing Lender.
Come in, let the fun begin.
At MichiganLottery.com, the one place you'll find exclusive games like Queen of Diamonds and Michigan Cash Drop, plus Powerball and Mega Millions that can reach $1 billion. Cash out online or at your favorite store. And all proceeds support Michigan schools and businesses. Get 100% match on your first deposit up to $100, plus free games. Sign up with promo code RADIO. Knowing your limits is always the best value.
So play on, Michigan, 'cause we love it.
Have you experienced basement leaks? Water is more than annoying. It can cause damage to your home and foundation. It starts at your roof line and can collect around your home, causing a mess in your basement or crawl space. Call Foundation Systems of Michigan. We are experts in managing water around your home. From gutters to waterproofing solutions, we have a full line of products to put an end to your water problems for good.
At the next station,
Ready for an oil change? Our professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts recommend all the best products to get the job done right. Like 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil on sale now, just $28.95. And we'll make sure you have all the supplies you need, including a filter, funnel, shop towels, drain pan, and more. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today. O'Reilly Auto Parts. You went online to switch your car insurance to Progressive so you could save money. But then you saw a friend request from an old summer camp buddy. And now here you are, clicking through photos of his kickball team from 2011. Looks like they won the championship that year. Then he moved to Tulsa. Oh, a new tattoo. Yes, they said it was easy to save hundreds on car insurance with Progressive, but they forgot about the rest of the internet. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. National average savings by new customer surveyed who saved in 2019.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Mike Capura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable life insurance, log on to nbphealth.com.
2 miles. The destination is on your left.
Smarter and beat the most today. Download the BetQL app today to better your chances. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
He is best known for his great work covering baseball, but he also dabbles into the world of hockey that he loves so much. Ladies and gentlemen, formerly the Free Press, now MLB.com, among other places. The one, the only, our buddy John Paul Morosi. What's up, John? How are you?
Tony and John, I am outstanding, my friends. Great to be on the air with you this morning here in the great state of Michigan.
All right, before we get into baseball, I just want to ask, because you follow junior hockey and the U.S. Development team, that stuff pretty closely. An NHL draft coming up whenever they decide to do it. Obviously, COVID has hurt a lot of the scouting. If you're a Red Wing fan, are you praying for two of the Michigan guys who might go in the top 5?
I think so. Certainly Luke Hughes, of course, younger brother of Quinn and Jack. He's been certainly been playing at the National Team Development Program for a while, living in Plymouth here. So a truly local guy. He'll be playing at U of M next fall. You also would think about Owen Power, who in some opinions is the top player in the draft, the defenseman. Matty Beniers, another freshman from U of M, who's from Massachusetts. He played tremendously well for the U.S. the World Juniors. So I think any one of those three would be tremendous picks for the Wings. I think wherever they end up going, obviously the lottery was not kind to them last year, but they got a great player still. Lucas Raymond had a really good season. So I think overall, guys, the game that we all play, who is the next Detroit team to win a playoff round? I still think it's going to be the Wings, and I trust in the work that Steve is doing, and we'll see what they are able to come up with at the draft.
So if you're trusting the work that Yzerman is doing, and we talked about this a lot yesterday, we're waiting to hear today, do you think Jeff Blashill is part of that process to get to a playoff victory?
Well, John, that's a great question. Obviously, I think we're all waiting, the hockey world really, on Steve's decision. I mean, to me, and just from having covered sports a lot for all these years, and Stoney can attest to how we in the media sort of speculate on when the season ends, and the longer that the announcement goes without the GM saying, yes, the coach or the manager is back, you start to wonder a bit more. And John, you've been around sports a long time and have those same thoughts about how that unfolds. That's part of it, that the longer it goes without them saying, yeah, he's back, makes me wonder about the overall job security there. The one thing that I think is interesting here, guys, is Gerard Gallant. And, of course, we know the long history that Steve has with Gerard going back to their days with the Wings in the 80s. And when you consider, is Seattle the place that Gerard goes if he has his pick? Do the Carolina Hurricanes re-sign Rod Brind'Amour? There's a lot of those questions. I think there's sort of a domino effect. And we just saw the Coyotes job open and the Blue Jackets job open. There's a lot of dominoes out there. But I really wonder if we don't know this, but does Steve have his heart set on saying, you know what, when we're good again, if he wants his old teammate Gallant to be the coach? And if that's the case, do you have to make a move on that now before Gerard gets hired by the Seattle Kraken to be the expansion coach? I think that, for me, is a really huge question going forward.
All right, before we get to the Tigers, one or two Major League Baseball questions, because the Tigers don't play Major League Baseball right now. 4 no-hitters so far. Is that good or bad?
You know, Stoney, it's interesting. I think it's good for the game because it always inspires that wonder of everybody rushing to get on the MLB app or find your nearest TV and tune in. I think it's emblematic of the way the game is played now, which is if you are a pitcher who locates well at the top of the zone and you're able to basically keep the plane of your fastball away from these new launch angle swings that we hear so much about these days, you're able to do that. You can have a masterful performance. And we're not seeing guys throwing 103 miles an hour with no hitters. John Means is not known as a fireballer, nor is Wade Miley. So I think it's a really interesting time in the game right now for a lot of reasons. But I think it's on balance, Tony, it's a good thing because it gets people talking about the sport, but it also strikes at what I think is a problem with the game, which is way too much swing and miss and a lack of adjustments on the part of a lot of hitters.
And we all love, no matter the sport, we love offense. We love to see home runs. We love to see runs scored. It doesn't matter the sport. Is there something that Major League Baseball should do to create more excitement? Or is this just part of the evolution of baseball and it'll eventually swing back to the hitters at some point?
Well, John, you said a really key word right there, which is evolution. And that's where the game is trying to figure out, the commissioner's office, how much they manage this evolution and how many rule changes they introduce. The game, when you look at a lot of the key metrics, this was the worst April of batting average across baseball since 1968. Of course, a great year for the Tigers, but it was also a year that was so pitcher friendly that they changed the height of the mound because it was so much in the pitcher's advantage. So we're back to that point, John. So it's a great point that you raised, because we have to now figure out what needs to be done. Because to me, the way the game has evolved has not made it a more appealing game to watch. It has slowed it down. There's a lot of strikeouts.